Hey y'all, welcome back to Kent Ridge Weekly. My name's Harper.
And I'm Kathleen.
And these are your weekly
Kent Ridge
athletic
updates. On Monday, we have varsity boys golf versus Mount Rainier at 3 p.m., JV football at Rogers at 5 p.m., girls soccer versus Stadium with JV at 5:30 and varsity at 7:30, and volleyball at Auburn High School with C and JV at 5:45 and varsity at 7:15.
On Tuesday, we have varsity boys and girls golf versus Kent Lake at 3 p.m., C Team girls soccer versus Tahoma at 3:30, JV boys tennis versus Auburn High School, and varsity boys tennis at Auburn High School.
On Wednesday, we have girls soccer at Mount Rainier with JV at 3:30 and varsity at 7:30. And then we have a cross-country meet here at versus Kennedy Catholic with girls starting at 4 and boys starting at 4:45. And then we have volleyball at Stadium High School with JV and C at 5:45 and varsity at 7:15.
On Thursday, we have a girls swim meet at Kennedy Catholic at 3 p.m., varsity boys and girls golf at Kent Lake at 3 p.m., JV boys tennis versus Mount Rainier at 3:30, varsity boys tennis at Mount Rainier at 3:30, volleyball at Liberty High School, JV is at 5:15 and varsity is at 7, and JV girls soccer at Tahoma at 7 p.m.
On Friday, we have JV boys tennis at Kennedy Catholic at 3:30 and varsity boys tennis here versus Kennedy Catholic at 3:30. And then we have varsity football at Auburn at 7. And then a reminder, if you're a cross-country athlete and you're going to Seaside, you are leaving at 12:30 during 5th period that day.
See you next week.
Hey Cambridge students, check your school email for information that you need to know. You should do this at least twice a week. Check out the Spirit Stable next week. There are going to be sales on all kinds of cool merch that you're going to want to have for this year and at great prices. Come through, guys.
Have you pre-ordered the 24-25 KR yearbook yet? If not, you could pre-order through the payment portal at Touchbase Simon. The cost of the yearbook is $80 without ASB and $70 with ASB. Buy your yearbook right now, today, right now. Thank you.
The KR Volleyball Booster Textile Fundraiser collection will be on September 20th from 3 to 7 p.m. Please bring your soft textile items to KR Bus Loop. Soft textile items include clothes, pillows, belts, shoes, bedding, sheets, comforter, purses, etc., etc.
If you need/want a locker, please email Victoria Navarro with what area you would like one.
Tabletop Games Club will be meeting in the library from 2:15 to 3:30, Friday, September 20th, October 4th, and October 18th. Everyone is welcome to come play board games, card games, or role-playing games.
Do you or someone you know have a diagnosis? Do you want to learn more about the spectrum? Come join the Spectrum Inclusion Club. Everyone is invited. There will be snacks, fun activities, and more. It will be in room A22 from 2:30 and 3:20 on Tuesday, September 17th. Feel free to contact Ms. Clark or the club president if you have any questions.
If you have a job, make sure to come see Mr. Berry to get signed up for work credit. It's an easy 0.5 elective credit for each semester. Email him or stop by his office if you have any questions.
Parking passes are still available. Citations for parking on KR property without a pass will begin on Wednesday, September 18th. Your first citation is a $20 fine, your second citation is a $40 fine, and your third citation and every thereafter is going to be a $60 fine. Any student parking in staff parking with or without a pass, your first citation is $25 fine, and your second citation and every thereafter fine is $50. Please visit permitsales.net/Kent Ridge High School for registration and payment instructions to get your pass today.
Hey Chargers, just reminding you that homecoming tickets are on sale right now. If you've already bought your ticket, your name should be on a list and you can pick up your free t-shirt from the Spirit Stable. Don't forget to keep up with the KR Chargers Instagram. There's going to be a lot of updates on there. And next week is Spirit Week, so don't forget to participate.
Hi Chargers, my name is Eden and welcome back to Dear Charlie. First off, I want to thank everyone for all of their responses. There were about 50 of them and my leadership group and I went through all of them and we decided to pick this one this week. So let's read it, shall we? Dear Charlie, I was wondering how to help your friends get out of a toxic relationship. One of my friends is currently in one and refuses to get out but realizes that it isn't healthy. I'm sometimes worried about her because she hurts herself and says she won't break up with him because he will hurt himself if she does. So it's kind of a hard situation. Please give me any advice. Thank you. So to respond to this letter, I decided to invite our school social worker, and she's also a mental health professional, Miss Lee.
I am Miss Lee. I am the school social worker here, and I'm a trained mental health professional. So thank you for inviting me. So I want to start with first just acknowledging the courage that it takes to ask that question. And clearly, this is someone who really cares about their friendship. And we rely on our friends for so many things, and emotional support during challenging times is one of them. And sometimes it can be really difficult to know, what do I say? What do I do? How can I help? And so I thought we could start with some do's and don'ts. First, do believe them and take them seriously. People stay in unhealthy relationships for many, many reasons, and your support can make the critical difference in helping them to find their way out. Validate what they are saying. So people want to feel heard. They want to feel listened to, especially when they are in situations that feel alone and isolating. So listening in a non-judgmental way, offering a validating statement can really go a long way. And it's important to remember that validation is not agreement. Okay. Yeah. Validation just simply communicates to another person that the emotions that they are feeling make sense given the situation that they are in. And then lastly, ask, how can I help? So not only does that show that you care, but it also takes away some of the guesswork off of your plate. The third thing that you can do is ask for help. It shows that you care, and it helps to take some of the guesswork off of your plate. Some people just want to vent, while others are ready to take action, and you really won't know until you ask. Some things to avoid is blaming or shaming. Make clear to your friend that they are loved, they're cared for, they're valued, that they don't deserve to be treated this way. And remember that you can't be solely responsible for the safety, the mental health of a friend, okay? And even though you might feel responsible and your friend might be aiding and making you feel responsible and telling you you're the only one who understands and there's no one else that I can go to. And that's simply not true. There are trained professionals out there that can help.
How do I and other people who are struggling through the same situation know when it's time to tell an adult and get another trusted adult involved?
Yeah, I mean, it can be really tricky. That's a really tough decision to make. It's hard to know when to turn to a trusted adult, whether that's a parent or coach or counselor. And as a rule of thumb for me, I just go by, it's better safe than sorry. So if a friend or their romantic partner is hurting themselves or threatening to hurt themselves, it's time to tell an adult. You can't provide them the assistance that they need, even if you want to.
So how do I go about that without feeling like I'm betraying my friend?
I mean, the reality is that you could lose this friendship.
Yeah.
Seeking help is definitely one of the biggest barriers, and that sense of betraying a friend who's entrusted you with some very sensitive information, I mean, it's not easy.
Yeah.
So I just recommend being open, having honest, clear communication with your friend. Again, letting them know that they're cared for, that they are loved, and that you need to tell someone. And at the end of the day, your friend's safety and well-being takes precedence above the friendship.
Yeah. Thank you, Ms. Lee. Thank you for this. This is very good advice. And we'll have QR codes showing right here. This one will be more resources
Yes.
on more of what Miss Lee was saying. And this one will be a submission so you can send your letter to Dear Charlie and possibly get it answered on announcements. So thank you, Miss Lee, and thank you, Chargers, and we'll see you next week.
You're most welcome.
Hi, my name is Kyle,
Hi, I'm Janice.
I'm Mrs. Wong.
and welcome back to our segment, Keeping It Current, where we discuss current events and seriously stuff that you should care about. Today we're going to be discussing facts. What is true, what is false, and what's in between.
So last Tuesday was the presidential debate, and after that there was a lot of news articles about the misinformation that was being told, like immigrants eating pets and whatnot. And I think that watching the debate, I know many of you guys did, is another reminder of how important it is to like fact check your knowledge and what you hear from people, and just to never base your knowledge on just one thing that you've heard once.
Misleading information on the internet is a very prevalent issue, and it's very important that you work on your media literacy, which is why we have Miss Wong, who is going to teach us how to tell between fact and fiction.
The most important thing I think you should each do is have a variety of sources. Do not only listen or read or watch things that you 100% truly agree with every single time. You should always have a news source that is the opposite of whatever your political belief is. And if a news story sounds fantastical and sounds crazy, it probably is. Double check your facts, triple check your facts, especially things that come out of a politician's mouth. A lot of times politicians stretch the truth. Your job as an informed citizen is to figure out what that truth actually is.
So recently, if you've been on social media like TikTok or Instagram, you might have noticed how some posts have like a little alert on the bottom saying that the information in the video might not be entirely accurate, and that's another very great way to check if what you're seeing online is true or not, or if you should do some more fact checking and get a second source to back it up.
Remember, Chargers, double check, triple check your media before you share it, before you build an opinion. It's very important that you truly understand the scale of the situation and the specific facts. It's very easy to make up one little lie and for it to snowball into a big piece of fiction. Thank you.
Bye, Chargers.
Go vote. Hey Chargers, I'm here to announce that every Friday for the rest of the school year is going to be a Spirit Day. That just means wear KR gear, new or old. I know we passed out a couple free new shirts, or simply just wear green. Whatever it is, just show your Charger spirit. I know some teachers pass out wristbands. Show out.